Kevin writes in, he says, I wanted to ask if sometimes when you're dealing with a carrier, is it wise to let them know what your shipper is paying for the load? Do some brokers tell the carrier, hey, I'm only making this much? Thanks for your input. Yeah, OIDA, we butt heads on some things. Some things we agree with, like the speed limiter thing, totally agree with them. They are trying to get the FMCSA to force brokers to be transparent with the rates. That's wrong. I don't care how you cut it. If you're a trucking company, I know you're going to say no. That's what should be happening. Yeah, is it? Okay. Well, then tell me, should you as a trucking company be telling your other customers what they are paying you? The other customers are paying. See what I mean? No, it's not right. It's like going to the grocery store. Should they have the price they're charging and the price they were charged? No, absolutely not. It's as a trucking company, it's your job to negotiate the best rate you can. If you go to sit down with a shipper, do you expect they're going to tell you what they're paying other trucking companies? No, they expect you to negotiate your best rate. No, it's absolutely wrong. And this is one of those things, too, that, they'd like for it to be transparent, sure. Now, are there bad brokers? Yeah, there are bad brokers. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. But what it comes right down to is you as the trucking company, you are responsible for negotiating your business deal. You're expecting the government to do it for you? Give me a break. The brokers, you have to understand, the brokers going out here finding their customers, they're building the relationship. They're getting the loads. The loads that, if you're a trucking company using a broker correctly, that are backhauls to get your equipment relocated to a destination that equipment needs to be in order to pick up one of your customer loads. But if you're using a broker 100% of the time, come on, man, what do you expect? You're giving away anywhere from 10 to 20% off the top of every load that the broker's getting paid for by the customer. You're giving that to the broker. You should have your own customer base. Your own customers. That's where you've gone in, you've sat down across the table, you negotiated a contract, you negotiated rates, you got the accessorial fee, you've got detention times, you got fuel surcharges, all that's been worked out, your line hauls. That's where you're making your big bucks. You should only be using a broker for a backhaul. I went to, back in my riding days, the Bike Blues and Barbecue up in Fayetteville. Went up there. I've talked about this before. Went up there one year. We were sitting out in the beer garden. Beautiful day. And this guy sat down right next to me, him and his wife. Then, my wife was there. We started talking. Well, conversation came around to, what do you do? Well, I'm a transportation logistics consultant. Oh, well, I'm a driver. I'm an owner-operator. And here we go. I knew right then there was going to be trouble because, well, not trouble, but I knew where the conversation was going. Anyway, he had heard on the radio. These knuckleheads that know nothing about trucking. They was doing some type of a trucking radio show. Say that there was no such thing as a backhaul. And here we go. There is a backhaul. Backhauls are what a broker is designed to, to do. Provide a backhaul for a trucking company. Trucking company's going to take a lower rate. They're going to pay the broker. They're understand that the broker's going to take money off the top for the convenience of getting their equipment loaded quicker so they can get back to their customer base quicker to pick up another one of their high-paying customer loads. Not only high-paying, but it allows them to give their customer base better service. Get the idea? So, now there are exceptions. If you're doing a bulk rate load, yeah, you're going to be totally transparent about it. If you're paying, let's say the bulk rate load, not going to get really in detail about it, but if you got a bulk rate load, maybe if it's a load of onions, okay, your customer may be paying, I don't know, $3 per hundredweight CWT. Okay, so that means for every 100 pounds that truck or that truck loads, the shipper's going to pay $3. All right. So if you put 46,000 pounds, that's 460 hundredweight times 3. That means there's going to be $13.80 paid. If I did that real quick, but you get the idea. Now, generally, these bulk rate loads, they take mileage into consideration, but what the truck is paid, what the broker's paid, what the shipper's paying is 100% dependent on how much the truck loads. So in a situation like that, yeah, you've got to tell the truck. Now, the way usually a bulk rate load goes, you're going to tell the truck, yeah, we're paying $3 per CWT minus 8%, 7%, whatever percentage you're going to take off the top. See what I mean? So it's totally upfront with the truck. All right. So, that way you're not guaranteeing the truck X amount of money just for hauling the load. The money they make is going to be totally dependent on what the weight of the load comes out to. And usually in a situation like that, the truck's going to go in and weigh empty. Then when they get loaded, they'll weigh loaded and determine how much weight the truck actually has on it. Kevin, yeah. If you've got questions about this, feel free to call me. Be happy to talk more to you. 479-668-0838.